What is going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a glorious day. So today I wanted to talk about something that honestly comes up all the time, and I just wanted to debunk it. All I ever hear people telling me with fast food is like, well, I would stop eating it, but it's so fast. I mean, it's in the name, it's fast food, and it's just so cheap. Like, I can get, XYZ McDonald's, and if I were to make that at home, it would take me so much time. I wouldn't even know where to get started. It would cost so much money, but I am calling big BS bullshit on your freaking face. I'm gonna show you why, because I decided to do a challenge. I went to McDonald's, and I got 3 meals worth of food. I got breakfast, I got lunch, and I got dinner. Now, I'm not saying that every time people go to McDonald's, they're always ordering the value meal with the drink and the fries and the burger, but I did think it was realistic. If I went to McDonald's and ordered 3 meals, I calculated what it would cost to get a breakfast value meal, Egg McMuffin, hash brown, little orange juice, and a 10-piece nugget meal, fries, and a soda, and a Big Mac with fries and a soda. And it turned out that that was about $16, a little bit over 16 bucks. So I went to the market with that money, kind of got creative. Now, when you're going to the market and trying to save money, look, what are the things that are on sale? What can I buy in bulk? I can get rice, I can get some beans, I can get some different canned things, I can get some amazing fresh stuff. I even got tortillas, which you can do so many things with. And the food was delicious. The food blew me away. It was so much better for you than McDonald's. And I'm gonna debunk the whole McDonald's is cheaper and faster than making fast food thing right now.
Yeah, so as I said, I literally made 3 to 4 days worth of food for the price of McDonald's for one day. So the first thing we're gonna do is make some baked French fries, which I love baked French fries. They're so easy. You just cut up your fries. You can soak them if you want, but as you see, I did not. Then I just oil a nice baking sheet. I've got that like non-stick pan stuff, whatever you call it, with a little salt. Toss them in with some oil and salt, and that is all you do. Oven, I usually convect it at about 425, but whatever you got, set your oven pretty high and just let it resip. So now taking some onions, cutting them in half, and one thing I should note, you probably saw a green pepper in the list of food that I got. I don't know how that slipped in there. That wasn't part of this, so I will not be cooking with that. So I'm just gonna fry up my onion, and I decided to fry up the onions a little bit and kind of get them nice and caramelization skis, but I just threw all the beef in. I could have saved some beef and made burgers. I could have made meatballs. There's so many options, but I just wanted to show you guys something really simple. So I just made a big mixture of some ground beef fried up with onions and salt and just deliciousness all around.
I'm not trying to recreate McDonald's for the price of McDonald's. I'm trying to just show, the basic idea of the video is how much can I really cook for the price of going to McDonald's 3 times a day?
Anyway, back to the beef. My wife just asked me what was going on in the video as she walked in seeing me cooking all kinds of food. So now I'm taking some of those canned jalapenos, and they've got some onion and some carrots in there, and I just mix that with the tomato sauce and a little bit of the juice because that's vinegar and sweet and delicious, and I blended that up and I have this spicy jalapeno tomato sauce, which is perfect for these fries. Look how done they look. If you want halfway through, you can flip them around, but I just roasted them and kind of forget about them. It's so much easier than deep frying. You're gonna get a different fry experience, but I'm addicted to these fries, and you will be too. You get so many. I only used about half of the potatoes, so I had so many left over. Now I'm just gonna take some of that pickling juice with some cucumbers and make my own pickles. So you basically take that leftover jalapeno, it's like a spicy pickling juice from that can. I added some water to the pickling mixture, a little salt because it needed salt, and I just dropped them in there, and they'll be ready, tomorrow. Every day they'll get better and better. So now taking some of the cabbage, slicing it up, and making just a bit of a slaw. I'm peeling some of that carrot a little bit, which I then roasted the carrot after. So I had a nice roasted carrot, but some lime juice, some salt. If you have vinegar, if you want to slip that in, no one's going to judge you. They would love you for it. Of course, you can always add seasoning. If you have seasoning in your fridge or in your pantry, you can add whatever you want. But I'm taking just a little bits of the cabbage that kind of didn't make the bowl or fell out of the bowl, adding some rice to that. So when I boil the rice, it's just going to add a lot of flavor. And if you don't know how to cook rice, you probably should. Alright, so now I'm just taking a little bit of my black beans, and I roasted a couple of that jalapeno. Some of those canned jalapenos, I just threw them in the oven with the french fries. Why not? I'm mixing those roasted jalapenos now with the black beans and just cooking them down, adding a little bit of cabbage. And I'm making this black bean spicy mixture, which I'll be able to spread on stuff. I could take the tortillas and make chips and have this like black bean dip. It was so good, so simple but so good. And that's the theme of this video, just simple stuff you can make quickly that takes you just as long to walk or drive to McDonald's. And if you just saw what I did, was I kind of flame grilled the tortillas. Normally I do it on my actual flame oven thing, but I'm just building these up really easy. Got the meat, I got the black beans, I've got some of the pickles on there, I've got some of the slaw, french fries, and that right there is one heck of a meal. So this, a lot of the theme stuff, not everything is, but this is very Mexican influence because Mexican food is really cheap, really simple, and addictingly delicious. But now I'm making a fried rice. So I took my wok, got it super smoking hot with oil. And of course the oil, salt, pepper, I'm not including them in the budget, but you know, you use what you got. That's the whole theme, but use what you got. I fry up my cabbage and I toss in the cooked beef. And of course, like I said, you don't have to already cook all the beef, but it just makes it easy for me. It makes it quick. That way everything's ready to go. When I want to make a meal really fast, I just toss in a couple, you know, already semi or pre-cooked stuff, and then I mix it up and I have something delicious. Crack in an egg and just kind of let the egg set for a minute, and then sort of scramble it on its own a little bit so it kind of has its own identity. You know, the egg wants its own identity. It's an individual and it loves itself, but it also now it wants to join the party. So you bring it together. You have a good time in there, you're frying it up, and this is like almost like a cheeseburger fried rice or something. There's no cheese, I guess, but you know, you can get cheese if you want. It'd be kind of weird adding cheese in there, but also delicious. So please don't judge me here, but I added a little bit of soy sauce. I added about 3 cents of soy sauce and about 2 cents of scallions because I just wanted it to look a bit better for the video. So you can use what you want. If you just want to use the money you spent at the market, great. But it's up to you. Just flow with it. Have some fun, baby. Love it, love it, love it. Love me tender. So in goes those roasted carrots and a bit of those roasted french fries that I cut up. I'm just kind of frying them down. I'm making an omelet. I love omelets. This is a great way to get lots of vegetables and make something that takes minutes. You know, I don't know if you saw, I have a omelet and just like egg awesomeness cookbook that I made recently. If you click the link below, you can buy that. It's $5 for tons of amazing, awesome, simple recipes that take minutes to make, that are cheap and will blow your freaking mind. I'm using my flamethrower to cook the top a little bit. You don't have to do that. I just love that. You can throw it in the broiler or you can just flip it over. Now I add some meat and I'm kind of flame throwing it, as I call it, blowing it, which is something you'll see in my cookbook, the turkey egg blower. But anyway, back to this recipe. Just kind of charring the top. Fold that omelet over. It's nice and fluffy. It's a little more crispy on one side, fluffy on the inside. Then, of course, I added about 3 more cents of scallions in there just for the color. All for your color viewing empleasurement. Empleasurement? Is that a word? I guess we'll find out. Time will tell. I just love you guys so much. Cooking for you guys is awesome. And this has been fun getting to see this. And we got a couple more for you. The Tacosagna. Okay, so this one is where things get extra chirpy. So I'm making like a lasagna using actually tortillas. So I'm spreading, you know, a little bit of my sauce down. I'm adding some tortillas. I'm adding some meat, some of the cabbage. I'm adding some black beans. And just kind of layer it however you want with whatever you have. You don't have to go out and buy the same things I got. Be intuitive about it. Look and see what's on sale, what's cheap, what calls to you, what can you get for cheap. And like I said, that's gonna bake for a little bit, and then we're gonna make this egg in a whole tortilla, which you may or may have not seen in the past video. Take my tortilla, cut a little hole out with my mouth, and then I crack the egg in. Once I've cooked it on one side, just crack the egg in, and I kind of like to add a little salt and pepper and then sort of swirl the egg around like this. Just, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. That's the key lesson in life. Don't do things you don't want to do unless you really feel that you have to or you want to. You feel the drive, then go ahead and do it all. So I kind of mix that around a little bit. Then I give it a flip. Be a little gentle. As you can see, the yolk was like, hey, I'm getting off. I'm like, no, you're not getting off yet. You're not getting off. So I made 2 of those. Add some of my sauce, some black beans, some of that slaw, and this is just a great breakfast or lunch. It's crispy, you get that runny yolk treat, which you know we love, and you get to have a good time with the life as you're meant to. So the last thing I'm going to show you guys as I sort of eat and enjoy this is I did make other stuff. I didn't show every single thing, but lasagna is getting ready to come out, and I just cracked. Once it was like baked, I think I baked it at 400 degrees for, I don't know, 20-30 minutes, whatever looks good. Then I cracked some eggs on it and throw it back in. And this is 4 meals right here. I froze some of it, and it was addictingly delicious. The last thing I made was some breakfast tacos. I just took some pictures of them, but scrambled eggs, basically. You can, I'm sure, very easily figure out how to make it. Scrambled some eggs, had some slaw, and that was the video. Thank you guys so much. Subscribe for more, like for more, whatever you want to do for more.